Hello there, my name is Lisa Daub and my company is the Strong Impact Academy. There's a couple different ways that clients come and work with me. It can be through our Be a Better Boss track, which includes programs covering leading yourself, leading your team, and leading your organization. The other is through our Go or Go track, and this encompasses value building and exit planning, including family business succession services. Now, both of these tracks combine to help my clients build better businesses, because that's what we're all about. In this short video, I want to focus on the Grow or Go side of things, and specifically grow. So do you want to grow your business? Grow how? What does that mean? Right? A lot of business owners will focus on the financial metrics like revenue or profit. Is this the ultimate goal, or is the goal to have your business be worth something? To have value so that whatever point you choose to exit your business, you can get a decent ROI on your years of blood, sweat, and tears. So when asked, over 60% of business owners responded that their greatest fear around selling their business was not getting what it's worth. So now, if you're thinking, that's all fine and dandy, Lisa, but I'm not planning on selling my business anytime soon, so why should I care about this now? Well, here's the deal. 50% of businesses go on the market due to the 5 Ds: disability, disagreement, distress, death, and divorce. All right, it becomes an exit that isn't on your terms, and it can happen when you least expect it. Wouldn't you still want to get the best ROI possible for your business? Wouldn't you want your business to be sellable? So as a business owner, you're often going to hear that in order to grow, you need to work on your business. The trouble is that a lot of business owners don't even know what that means or where to start. So it can become a little bit like throwing darts in the dark. So we get into firefighting mode. Now, the biggest priority is the thing that's screaming the loudest. So you deal with that, only to create issues in other areas. Now, sometimes an owner's biggest problem is that they don't know what their biggest problem is, or where they're going to get the best bang for their buck. So to help with this, I've been using a tool called the Business Hierarchy of Needs for the past few years. My clients complete a questionnaire that determines where they are, what level they are on this hierarchy. For any Mike Michalowicz fans, you might recognize this from his book, Fix This Next. Now, this is helpful, and now the lights are on, but it's still too dim to really see the dartboard really clearly. There's no metrics, right? If you have a goal to lose 10 pounds, what's the first number that you need to know? You need to know where you're starting from. So if growing your business means increasing what it's worth, increasing the value, then we need to know what it's worth now. So enter the Value Builder score. Now, this is not a certified valuation. It's an opinion of value based on the way a business owner answers the questions in the assessment. To demonstrate what this shows, we're going to look at some data from a fictitious company called Skyline Electrical. Now, any similarities between persons or businesses, living or dead, are purely coincidental. Skyline Electrical was founded in 2017 by John, who you see here with his family. Now, his revenue has almost doubled in the last 3 years, bringing him to just over $1 million. Yet he's not as happy as he thought he'd be hitting this milestone, and he wanted to explore that. So he took the Value Builder questionnaire. This is essentially a report card showing scores in 8 different value drivers, along with a total score and an estimated value. So you can see here that Skyline has a Value Builder score of 39 and an estimated value of 1.1 million. You can also see the 8 key drivers of company value. And there's numerous areas here for John to focus on. Now, if he was in one of my programs, we would delve into all of the drivers to determine what to work on first. For the interest of time in this video, I'm not even going to explain what each of the drivers is. However, John has tremendous opportunity in the Switzerland structure driver. This measures how dependent his company is on any one supplier, employee, or customer. Now, John indicated when he answered the questionnaire that his largest customer represented around 30% of his revenue last year. If we put a plan into place to reduce that number to 20% over the next few months or year, here's what would happen. his score would go from 40 to 53 in this particular driver. But look at the value. The value of his business would go up by over $200,000. So another area of opportunity for him is recurring revenue, as it is for most businesses. Now, John decided to put 10% of his commercial clients on a service contract. This took his driver score from 0 to 25 with a value increase of over $260,000. Okay, so by working on these two things, his value builder score went from 39 to 44. The value of his company went from 1.1 million to 1.5 million. And we didn't touch profit. We didn't talk about profit. We didn't talk about increasing revenues. Now, this is going to happen just as a byproduct of entering in some recurring revenue and some of the other work that we would do in these drivers. But by doing this assessment and seeing the areas of greatest opportunity, John knew exactly what to focus on. And he knows what to do to work on his business. So without this assessment, John may have created some different goals that were geared towards increasing profit. Maybe expanding into a different geographical location or expanding his service offerings or any number of things, right? Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Value equals profit times multiple. So profit is super important, but maybe not as big of a driver as you thought it might be. So when businesses are sold, they're typically sold for a multiple of EBITDA, earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, amortization. And it becomes, so the value becomes that profit times that multiple. So here you can see we have a profit of $800,000 and a multiple of 3.5, which is kind of average. All right. And so that gives a value of $2.8 million. Now, increasing profit by $100,000 does, of course, increase the value. But look what happens when you increase the multiple. All right, that's increasing scores across those 8 value drivers that we saw on that report. Profit doesn't change, but the value went from $2.8 million to over $5.6 million. All right, and again, if we increase profit, of course, we're going to get, again, that marginal increase in value. But the magic lies in focusing on that multiple, in focusing on those 8 key drivers. And this is how I help business owners. I give them their value builder score and then help them identify what they can work on to get the biggest return and the biggest bang for their buck. If you want to learn more, I would really love to chat with you, or you can start by just downloading our free ebook. Thanks so much for your time and attention today.